Welcome, everyone, to our Power Thinking, Rejuvenating Your Amazing Mind training for Wednesday. It is the 18th of February, 2026, and this is our 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time edition, and I'm your moderator, Stanley Green. It's always a pleasure to be with you, sharing these and reinforcing these absolutely essential strengths and skills of resilience so that, when adversity hits, not if it ever hits, it is a matter of when adversity hits, we are ready. And we're ready to bounce back much faster and with much less stress and wear and tear on us mentally and physically than normal. And to that end, of course, we have our Power Thinking Corp mobile app where we're feeding you on a daily basis positive messages. We're reinforcing the skills that we do now every week. We're doing it on a daily basis and throughout the course of the day with our mobile app. So today, we focus on our power thinking resilience skill number 4, which is challenging beliefs. And to that end, I have a special guest, one of our newest Power Thinking Core mobile app users, David Jones. And David is the CEO and co founder of The Hello LLC, a company that specializes in marketing and, most importantly, in this new thing called AI. And he's taken this and has run with it and is, helping companies to leverage the power of AI. So what does that have to do with beliefs? We may have various beliefs about AI. That, well, if we're older, hey, this is for the young people. I don't even want to spend any time on it. It's evil. I've seen science fiction movies where, the AI, the spaceship, or astronauts on a ship. And I'm saying this because this is personal. Going back to 2001, a Space Odyssey, where the computer is attempting to take over the ship and throws one of the astronauts out, and then the other two are left, and they're going into a private room because they didn't want to talk out loud, and the computer's reading their lips and can tell what this. I mean, it really got crazy, and so we're at a time where there are a lot of folks who have really deep rooted beliefs around fear of something like this. So, David, thank you for joining us. Really appreciate the fact that, number one, you've embraced the Power Thinking Corp app and you're actively using, and you are jumping in to help us out from a marketing standpoint and understand how we can, be successful against a Calm app, a Headspace app. So, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely, Stanley. First and foremost, you all have to go download the Power Thinking Corp app. It is absolutely amazing. And when you talk about these other two apps, they don't even compare. The daily reminders, the daily headspace, the daily activity, and the people that are in the group that you actually know. Unlike some of these other apps, you don't get an opportunity to know them. And within this group, you actually know the people. And so this is where I share with people collaboration is the new currency. Collaboration is where we all get to really grow, and there's no room for number ones anymore. We all can be abundance. We all have enough talent to be able to get what we want. And that is with collaboration and getting rid of the old way of thinking. And that's exactly what we're talking about is AI, right? When you talk about aliens, when you talk about Terminator, when you talk about, all these movies that I grew up watching as well, we have been so fearful of this new technology. And the crazy thing about it is, guess what? What did you do with calculators? You got better. What did you do with computers? You got better. What did we do when horses got taken over by cars? We got better. So this is nothing more than another evolution of technology that makes us better, and it helps us get more of our time back. And that's really what we talk about when we talk about AI, artificial intelligence, right? A learning language model. That's all it is at the end of the day. And so that's really what I encourage people to focus on is not be worried about, is AI going to do this? Is AI going to do that? What you should be worried about is being able to read effectively. It's copy, paste, drag, drop. That's where we're at these days. And so this is really where we share with people, first of all, understanding what AI is. AI is nothing more
Mhm.
than a software that can read, that can write, that can listen, that can analyze, that can predict, right? And sometimes it's faster. It is faster than us alone. And a lot of the times people hear AI and they just hear Chat GPT. I'm here to tell you it
Right.
is a lot more than just Chat GPT.
But let me stop you there because there's a lot of stuff you're throwing at folks. So let's go all the way back.
Yeah,
Because as we talk about challenging beliefs, we're talking about growing. And so not only did you start your own company after being in corporate America, but you are also in another country. You were born and raised in the United States. And where are you right now, David?
right now we are in Bangkok, Thailand. We've been digital nomads for the last 4 years. We decided to sell everything from Houston, Texas, the cars, the houses, all the furniture. And we first moved to Colombia for 9 months. We then moved from Colombia to Mexico. We were going to meet our family in Cancun, but we ended up in Guanajuato, Mexico, stayed there for 2.5 years. And then we've always wanted to come to Bangkok, and we found the way to do it. And now we're 9,400 miles away from Houston, Texas. And we've been here for the last 10 months. And it's been liberating. It's been amazing. And the American dream is getting out of America. I'm just going to say that.
So what does it take to change? And I'm sure family members kind of wondered, well, why would you go to Mexico? Why would you go to Thailand? Um, you know, were there beliefs that you had to challenge to make that move before we get back into AI?
Well, it goes back to AI. AI has just been a big topic the last 3 or 4 years. But when we joined a network marketing company and we saw how AI and artificial intelligence and just how, systems were working, I shared with people, hey, this AI is going to take over and we're going to be working online. And at that point, me and Tara, this was right around COVID. We were spending, all this money on, rent, on cars, on all of this stuff. And I like numbers. And Tara was like, and we had business with a guy in Colombia and all around the world, Australia, and all of this. And they were like, hey, why don't you think about moving? And me and Tara have always wanted to move. It's always been a dream of us to be able to travel. And we just said, let's go. And we sold
Mhm,
everything and we did it. And let me tell you something,
mhm.
it was hard. It was very hard, especially for me. I was like, no, I'm not leaving my family. I just got back here. I'm not going anywhere. And we did it. And I'm so glad.
Yeah, yeah, fantastic. Congratulations. We're going to acknowledge some folks. We have John Warner, who's here. Let me go back and bring the screen up here. Our look. John Warner is from Chicago. He says, Happy Wednesday. I brought up Leslie Flowers is joining us from LinkedIn. Good morning, Power Thinking family. We have Tobaloba, actually another one of our newest Power Thinking Corp app users. And Tobaloba has done work for Power Thinking in the past, and he's back on board. It's great to have him as well. It's good to be here. And Leslie, we have 6 powerful fears, right? In which we have perfect belief. And many of those beliefs we have are rooted in our fears. And you shared with me, David, a little earlier. We have Olu here. Um, we have Tara, who's here. Great conversation this morning, working smarter, not harder. Love to hear it. But you shared with me earlier where, there were family members who, had deep rooted beliefs about, how you should work, where you should live. And they were really concerned that you actually challenged those beliefs, blew them up, and moved on. So can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, when we first, and I'll share this, me and Tara both had six-figure jobs back in 2017, 2018. And we both went on this mindset journey, went to this course, Living Powerfully, and we got out of this course and we got approached by the good old network marketing. And, we didn't know it at that time, but we were like, hey, this is something new. Let's do it. I threw my credit card on the table. I said, let's go. And we surrounded ourselves with people, and we got around with people, and we just climbed the charts. And my father, he joined, and network marketing. It's not that network marketing doesn't work. The people don't work. And it got to the point where he would like get upset or get mad. And he's like, you should, just go back to and get a corporate job. You were traveling, you were making all this money, and now you're out here, doing this, doing that. And I was on social media big time, and they didn't like that. And, it really got to the point where my family, start, holding me back and telling me, why you begging? Why you doing this? Why you doing that? And I was doing business. I lost. And not only that, I went from 300 pounds to 220. Right? I lost all the weight. I got off my high blood pressure pills, all of these things. And just as I share with people, the family, the friends, they're not going to root for you. You have to root for yourself. And so it doesn't matter what anybody else says. You have to be your biggest motivator. You have to be self-disciplined and consistent. And that's when, it really starts to come all together that, being a business owner is a self-development plan. It is not for the weak. It is not for people that do not want to, be on that journey and change, as you shared earlier, right? What are some things that you would have never imagined yourself doing? There's so many things that I thought that I wouldn't do, but I'm doing them now. And just looking back on them, never say never at the end of the day. And so not worrying about family, not worrying about friends, because you are your biggest supporter. So just keep going.
Fantastic. Let's do this, David. We will go to some of the folks who are on the phone line. And let's start with, first up will be, let's see here, queue going. Olu, thanks for joining us. Mention where you're joining us from and your thoughts about challenging beliefs, particularly as it relates to AI. Welcome.
Hi, Stanley. I hope you can hear me.
Oh, no, you got a little bit of a static there.
Okay.
Go ahead. Let's try it again.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Oh, man. Let me try something. I'm going to try to bring the volume down. Okay, go right ahead. All right, try it again, Olu. All right, Olu, can you hear me? I tell you what, let's do this. You can hear me, but you're coming in real muffled. So kind of disconnect, rejoin. There may be a bad, I'm saying this as Olu's in Nigeria, bad line somewhere. But we have all kinds of things going, wireless and everything else. So why don't you call back in and then go back into the queue. I'm going to get Carla next, okay? And let's see if it'll clear up. So let's do that. Let's go next to Carla Hill. Carla, thanks for joining us. Mention where you're joining us from and your thoughts about challenging beliefs and particularly about AI. Welcome.
Good morning, Stanley. Good morning, David. Love your energy. And in terms of watching the video and challenging beliefs, excellent content, and it caused me to reflect. And AI did come up. And one of the things I talked about, I retired last year from the city of Philadelphia after 35 years as a HR administrator. And one of the things that I really had to identify was my weakness in terms of technology, because as you transition from employee to entrepreneur, it's developing systems. That's what business is. And AI has been a great collaborator. And one of my strong skills is I practically supervise over 100 people directly as your subordinate supervisor. And AI is it's a resource. It's not a human resource, but it's a resource. It does things. I mean, it has advantages, like that an employee works with. It has superpowers and it has kryptonite. I fully leverage it for its superpowers. It does things so much quicker. Now, quite honestly, part of my belief of, I'm not a techie, even though I've always had great relationships with technologists, what I realized is that by the time to fully use it. But if I have the block that, oh, I'm not a digital native, like my son, no, if I just take a little time and make the decision that I want to leverage it. And quite honestly, what I've seen on both the workforce side as well as individuals looking for jobs, it's older, more seasoned people. If you use it correctly, we have more experiences, so we can check it better. My AI interactions probably go 8 to 10 times deep, as opposed to someone, because of my experiences. Like, oh, that's not right. No, this is, and it's something called AI hallucination, because it's programmed to give you what you ask for. But if you don't have any idea of what that foundation is, then you will accept it. So somebody that's less experienced will accept it because they're like, oh, like, looks nice, neat, and pretty, but you haven't been through the experiences.
Mhm.
So that's the winning advantage there for me. So thank you for allowing me to share.
Excellent. Thank you, Carla. Really appreciate it. David, your thoughts?
Yeah, I will share this. First of all, when we talk about the belief in the technology, and you said it, I'm not that good with technology. And, for us, I'm 42. I grew up in the era where Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega, all of these games were developed, and we grew up with technology. We grew up where we went from pagers to cell phones, the flip phones to the Blackberries to the iPhones, and so we've went through this transition, and I too faced that same trauma of, oh, I'm not good at technology. You can ask Tara. When we very first started this business, I had Tara write things for me. I had Tara do the images for me. I mean, I was horrible. And I would just tell Tara, I'm not good at it. I'm not good at it. And she got to the point, hey, look, you are good at it. You have to stop with that mindset that you're not good at it. Because my parents said that. My dad said that. My mom said that. Oh, I'm not good at technology. And that's BS. I'm just here to tell you guys, stop having that mentality of I'm not good at it. If you put your mind to it, you do it. And I just kept doing it. I kept doing it. And today's technology, I want you all to understand. When you hear the word AI and technology, I want you to understand something. It's reading and comprehending. Read, copy, paste, drag, drop. We all can do that. We stop ourselves from actually reading these things and understanding that there's different types of AI at that. We have to understand there's generative AI, which is your chat GPT that creates the emails, the post, right? Then there is the predictive AI that predicts what's happening, which examples of that is like Salesforce or Amazon. Then we have, conversational AI. That interacts. That's like a Zendesk or a Drift or Intercom. And then there's autonomous AI, which is AI agents, which we love, right? And this is what executes. So there's Zapier, Make.com, and then there's analytical AI, which is like Google Locker or IBM Chat. And so there's different types of AI that we all have to understand. It's not just one. And so that's why I share with people, be aware of who you listen to, because a lot of the times people will just say, oh yeah, I know AI, and they're only utilizing ChatGPT or reading things from ChatGPT. And there's so many other tools out here that you all should be implementing into your business, into your brand. And even if you don't have a business, at your job, you should be finding ways to implement AI agents into your own daily tasks to help you in your business. So please stop thinking that AI is for enterprises and business. You've been utilizing it with Alexa. You've been utilizing it with Grammar Check. You've been utilizing it in your car. You've been utilizing this, and this is just an advantage that we have to get over and not allow the Terminator or the AI is bad or it's here for this. And I'm here to share with you, yes, it is going to take on some jobs. Stop listening to people that say it's not. It is. It is here to shift. It is here to change. And it is up to you for you to make that shift and for you to make that change, because your job is not is for profit. They did not sign up for nonprofit. So they're going to find a way faster, easier, no HR, no coffee, no pizza, no parking lot, none of that. They're going to find a way, just like we all did during the pandemic. You didn't need the gym. You didn't need the car wash. You didn't need those things. Why would you spend it? Same philosophy. And these are the things that we have to get out of that employee mindset and really get into a bigger mindset, because those days are over. And this is what we share with people, not to scare people, but to be preventative and to be aware of the facts and stats that are right here in our faces.
Great, great, great. Let's try Olu again. And Olu, let's keep it to a couple of minutes. Hopefully the audio will be okay. So let's go. Olu, let us know where you're joining us from and your thoughts about AI. Welcome.
Hey, hi. Can you hear me?
I can, and we can.
Oh, cool. All right.
Oh, much better,
Hi,
much better.
hi, everyone.
Yep.
Awesome. I'm glad that happened. Okay, so I'm Olu, calling in from Lekki in Lagos, Nigeria. Now, the thing is, AI is, like Tara said, I saw in the comment, AI is an awesome tool. It's an incredible tool. We're not even scratching the surface, It's like we're each going to have like a butler of our own, a PA, personal assistant of our own. Now, the thing is that there's nothing new about all these things, We had the Y2K bug, we had when industrialization was going to come, people were talking about they're going to lose their jobs, miners, the cotton mills and all of those things. It's going to keep going. We're going to get to the point where we're going to be able to use our mind to interact with things. It's going to get there. It's the nature of humanity. We tend to continue to want to grow. It's just the way we are. And then the things that we do, we want to find other ways to do them, that will be more effective, will take less time, and then will be more automated. Now, the fact of the matter, like he mentioned, is that some people are going to fall by the wayside. It's just the way it is. And people need to be prepared for that possibility. And then, he mentioned something very critical also. I'm not going to keep buying lunch at work from someone if it costs me 1,000 more. If I can get the same thing, the same quantity for maybe 3,000, you understand? It's just the way we are, And when I try to connect AI with, like resilience and dealing with, our belief systems, okay? I love what Khaled also said originally. I'm using them across board. Let me tell you. In fact, yesterday I actually started one of them to do a full stack development, retraining for me. Each time I'm on my way to work and then back from work, 1.5 hours daily. And then it gives me a quiz. So it's up to us if we're open. It's inevitable.
Yeah.
Too much money has gone into it. Too many powerful people have invested in it with all the data centers in different parts of the United States and all over the world. So it's going full on. We just need to take a step back, relax, and take it one step at a time.
Yep.
We don't have to necessarily be as conversant with it as someone else. There's the proverb my mom used to tell me when I was growing up. Don't look at someone else's clock to do your work, to run your life.
Good.
Look at yours. Go at your own pace.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Stanley.
Wonderful. Hey,
Wonderful one.
Great to end with something that your mom shared with you. Appreciate that. And I'm going to do this, David. I'm going to get Leslie Flowers on, and then have you comment because we're getting close to being able to close this out. Leslie, thank you for joining us. Mention where you're joining us from and your thoughts about challenging beliefs, particularly with AI. Welcome. Oops. Leslie, call back in. I may have hit the button and hit that *6 again. Come back in. And while she's doing that, quickly, David, comment on what Olu just mentioned, especially his mom's quote.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things is, like I said, we've had this technology beforehand, and it's not anything new. And it's just being able to really press the buttons and learn more about these things and understand that technology is evolving. Prime example, one of the things that I'll share with you guys all, these keyboards are gone. If you are utilizing any of these AI tools, you should be hitting that microphone on the side and allowing access to your microphone, and you should be talking to these applications. Typing is gone. Just like our cell phones that I've been sharing with people, your cell phones are gone. Apple's doing a release here at March, and they're going to be releasing the next version of phones. And I can assure you, some iPhone, some glasses are coming out where we're going to move to VR, AR. You typing on your phone as we've went from typing 3 buttons. Now you have the full keyboard. Your keyboard is going to be gone. You're going to have ear sets. You're going to be able to talk. And this is where I share with people, this is the new engagement. This is a new experience. And this is why AI and metaverse are so in tune with each other.
Fantastic. Let's go to Leslie Flowers. Leslie, thanks for joining us. I apologize for tapping the button. Let us know where you're joining us from and your thoughts about challenging beliefs, particularly AI. Welcome.
Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you, Stanley, calling from North Carolina, which is supposed to be 70 degrees today. What an interesting conversation. So many things, and we're almost at 8 o'clock. So I wanted to go back to the basics of belief, because there's everybody saying that you do this, you should stop this. And even in the video, the word easy was used. And the reality is that your beliefs are in your subconscious. You're not really aware of them, and they're filled with your fears. The fears come from true and real experiences. So I think what's missing that could make a difference for the exact how to begin is to understand that this takes time, that this practice that everyone alluded to, absolutely, that is the key, because you have to be focused enough to do this in spaced, repetitive intervals every other day, even for a few minutes, for several months, to basically achieve and disprove the fear that we have been reliving and recounting. Once you start to do that, so the how was missing from the sales pitch in the video, underneath was it's easy. It is not easy. It takes focus and diligence, and that is the purpose of being part of power thinking and coming to these classes, because it's through repetition that we learn. And as far as AI goes, I'm like Carla. I'm very cautious. I dip my toe in the water because I've seen other technologies come and go, and people jump in with both feet. But we've learned, so I do one toe at a time. Thank you for letting me speak, and I hope we haven't hit 8 a.m.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it, Leslie. So let's wrap it. We've got about 30 seconds. Your last thoughts, David, in terms of challenging beliefs as it relates to AI and how people can get in touch with you.
The challenges belief that I would share with people is let go of the past. Be present in the moment. Don't regret, reflect. And if we look back on some of these technologies that we probably could have learned a little bit better, to get us to a better point that we are now, then do it. I will share with you guys all. It is very easy. It is reading, it is comprehending, and the way that these AI platforms have made it, you can talk to it and it will go do the building for you. And this is where I share with people, instead of us just talking about these things, not just use ChatGPT, but go utilize other things and implement these things, because a lot of the times we talk about these things and we don't know these things, and we allow our traumas and our dramas to get to us and stop us from, moving forward. So this is where Hello LLC comes into place, to where Hello stands for Helping Entrepreneurs Leverage Leading Edge Optimizations, where we can show you, we can teach you, or we can do it for you. So those of you that, oh my God, I'm not good at this. Oh my God, I want to learn how to do it. Oh my God, can you do it for me? We got you. Hello. So make sure you guys go to thehellollc.io and book a call with us, and let's discover where you can implement AI, because it's not AI is the future. Implementation is where it matters at right now, and that's what counts.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, David. And of course, you can go to him on LinkedIn in our Power Thinking Corp app chat portion. We appreciate each and every one of you for being with us. So many people on LinkedIn that were communicating. We were flashing names up. I didn't get a chance to call out everyone, but I appreciate each and every one of you, because those comments were coming, fast and furious. And folks on our phone lines, we thank you for being with us as well. And remember, since we spend all of our time thinking, we must think with power and utilize Power Thinking. Download the Power Thinking app. Tonight, we're going to have another new Power Thinking app user, Martha Lobos Amaya. And she'll be talking about challenging beliefs as it relates to the work that she does. And a lot of it is related to the unhoused, and talk about deep-rooted beliefs that are keeping them unhoused. How can they break out, challenge those beliefs, and move forward? So we thank you for being with us on our phone lines. Let's as folks have exited, again, Carla and Gloria Hairston, good to see you. John Alexander, thanks for joining us. Dr. Ackman, Peggy Kowalski, Layla Llewellyn, everyone else, appreciate you being with us. Make it a fantastic day, and hopefully we'll see you this evening when we talk about challenging beliefs and the unhoused and on our platform. Appreciate each and every one of you as well. As we end, I'm going to, there was another comment I thought I'd bring up. Tara had a comment, let us help you discover it. She's the co-owner of How AI Can Transform Your Business. And Leslie says here that it takes intention, desire, discipline for months. Jason Perry, thank you for being with us. Thanks for the insights, he says. And David, thank you so much for joining us this morning. It won't be the last time. I appreciate you, and I think our partnership's going to go far. We're going after Calm. We're going after Headspace. Hey, I've done that kind of thing before. I think we're such a much better position because we are not just throwing out meditation apps and music and sounds. We are actually changing the thinking and the beliefs of our folks. Take care, everybody. Make it a fantastic day, and look forward to seeing you 9:30 p.m. this evening. David, thank you again.
Sawadee ka.